Okay, with this video I'm going to show you how to draw this number one shape in the top left hand corner of our shape diagrams for the SketchUp projects that we're doing. Okay, so for the first shape up here in the top left hand corner, I'm going to show you how to do this and draw it as you're required to for the preliminary activities that you need to do. So to start with, let's see how big our shape is. So what I can do is I can look at the measurements or the triangles here on my paper to see just how far each one of these edges are. So for the first edge, if I count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you'll see that it is 8 units from this point right here to this point back here. The height, if I was to count these, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5 from this edge right here to the bottom edge. And the same thing can go from this edge here over to this back edge here. If I count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 from this edge there to that edge. So that tells us what our basic measurements are for the outside edges of each of these this shape. Now, to draw this shape, what you need to start with, or to do, is to put your paper, or graph paper that we have, in portrait direction. That means the long edges of your paper are here along each edge. Okay, so now that we're going to stay in portrait to do this diagram. Now, you can start pretty much anywhere on the page as long as you are able to fit your shape on the page. I'm going to start pretty much in the middle, but so maybe slightly to the right of the center. Okay, so if I start about right here, I'm going to just put a point in there, and that's going to be my starting point. And this point right here is going to be this point on my shape, this bottom corner point. Now to start with, I'm going to do this side of my shape. So I'm going to start with drawing a line back here. I'll draw a line up here, come over, down, over here, and here. So I'm basically just going to do this shape right in that I'm filling in right there. That's the shape I'm going to draw first. So I start from my point, my starting point, which is right here, and I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, because that bottom edge was 8 units long. Take my ruler and I can connect those 2 points. Okay, so there we go. Second edge I'm going to do is this one right here. So I will count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As that edge is 5 units long. And connect those 2 dots. Okay, the next one is over 2, 1, 2. So I count over 1, 2, put a little dot there, a point, and I can connect those 2 points. Okay, so now the next one is down 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And I connect those 2 points. Then I can count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it's 6 because I went 2 here. And we know this is 8 from this point to this point. This was 2, so this one should be 6. Connect those 2 points. And then I can connect the bottom, or these last 2. So that gives me that one side of this shape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect or draw this line in here. So this one again was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 units wide. So we'll count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put our point, connect them. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do this back edge, which is this edge right here. 1, 2, 3. Count up. 1, 2, 3. Connect those two lines, or points. Then we can go ahead and draw the back edge, which is, we'll do the back edge down at the bottom first. I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect those 2 points. Down 2, 1, 2, same as over here. And now we have that shape. Okay, so now we can also do this back top part up here. So that's over 2, 1, 2. And now we have the basic outer edges pretty much completed. Now what you can do is we're going to do this top part first. So to do the top part, you have this little section right here, which is 1 unit this way, 2 this way, and 1 back again. So we'll do that. Count over 1, 1, 2. Have our 4 points. Let's connect those lines or points. I like using the points because it gives me something that I can draw my lines to. Okay, same thing on this edge. Go over 1, back 2, have our 4 points, and let's connect those. Okay. Okay, so now let's do this little cutout here, which is down 1 and over 1, 2, 3. So we'll go down 1, over 1, 2, 3, and again it's down 1 from that side. So we can connect those points. Okay, same thing now we can do the back edge. Part of the back edge is hidden. It's not seen over here where it connects behind this part of the cutout. So we're just going to draw the lines. We'll make our line down, the 1 unit down. We can make our 2 this way. But over here we're going to kind of stop at the edge right there because it's hidden behind this edge right here. So let's make our point 1 down. You can draw this line down. And we can draw this line over. And then we can draw the last one over to this point here, even though it really continues over to this point right there. You just do not see it. Alright, so now the last part we're going to do is this cutout here. Now if you look down here on the bottom, and we zoom in a little bit closer to it, you can see that this is really not 1 unit over. It's actually 1 1/2. Same thing on this edge, it's 1 1/2. So we need to make those marks at 1 1/2. So let's measure over 1 1/2 and put a point there. Same thing on the top edge, 1 1/2. We're going to do the same thing on this edge, 1 1/2, 1 1/2. Now we can connect those points. So start with the top ones, go from there to there, and from there to there. Let's go to the bottom ones. And then you can connect them up and down. Okay, so now The last part that we're going to do is this section right here. So again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6. There's 2 spots there, but we're only going to 4, so there's 4. Same thing on this edge is 4. So we're going to count back 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this was at the halfway point though, and straight back. So you got to go to the halfway point from this side, 1.5. Same thing on this wedge. We go back 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, but it's 1.5 on that edge. So there, put that point there. Connect our points. Like so. Now the last part we're going to do is this line here and this line here, which again, this edge is kind of hidden. It's right even with this edge right here, so we don't really need to draw the whole thing. We just need to connect it at this point here, and then you can connect it going straight down from this edge right here to that point. And there you have it. That's the shape that is unit number 1.